Today, we're not messing around. We're diving into a straight-up game changer. I'm talking about something that isn't just easy to learn. It's going to seriously flip your social game on its head. You've probably asked yourself, what the hell is this Rizz formula? Does it really work with every woman? Or is it just some situational bullshit? Let me tell you right now, you're in the exact place you need to be. No more excuses. No more guessing. It's time to take control. So if you're ready to learn something that could skyrocket your game instantly, stay tuned, because what comes next could change everything for you. Sword number 1: Understanding social cues. The key to approaching women successfully. In this section, you'll want to go deep into how to read and interpret the subtle, nonverbal signals women give that indicate whether they are open to an approach. So what is the simplest yet most powerful signal? Eye contact. If a woman locks eyes with you more than once, and especially if she holds it for just a few intense seconds before looking away with that subtle, teasing smile, you've got a green light. That's her telling you without a word,
I see you. I'm interested.
This is the moment where attraction starts sparking, and if you don't move on it, you're missing out on a golden opportunity. And some interesting. When a woman moves closer to you in a social setting, whether it's at a bar, a party, or anywhere with a crowd, it's rarely by accident. She's not just passing by you again and again. She's subtly inviting you to make a move, positioning herself in your space because she wants you to notice her. Picture this. You're standing at the bar, chatting with a friend, and you suddenly realize she's edging closer, just within arm's reach. Maybe she brushes past you, or she's leaning in just a bit more than necessary when you speak. These are not coincidences. This is her creating an opportunity for you to step up and start the conversation. Miss that? You might miss your shot. This isn't just another recycled dating tip. How is this different from all the other advice out there? I'll show you exactly how, and why this approach isn't based on just looks or confidence, but something deeper. Remember, the negative cues too, like if she closed off body language, avoiding eye contact, distracted behavior, etc. Something uncomfortable or negative, just pick your ass up. No need to approach that woman, otherwise it will be sign up like a harassment to a woman. So let's get sword number 2. Red circle situational awareness. Context is key. Approaching women in groups can feel like walking through a minefield, right? They're usually more relaxed and confident when they're with friends, which can make things tricky. But here's the key. Watch how she interacts with them. If she's pulling away from their conversation just to catch your eye or giving her friends that playful nudge while glancing your way, she's interested, but she's waiting for you to take the lead. Now, don't rush in blindly. If the whole group is deep in conversation or the vibe feels tense, it's probably not the right moment. Timing's everything here. I feel this much is enough. If you get stuck between like,
how do I know if it's the right time to approach her without seeming pushy? I don't want to come off as intrusive.
How do I know if it's the right time to approach her?
I get nervous if she seems distracted or in a bad mood. How can I tell if it's not just me overthinking? Or like, I always feel more confident approaching when she's alone. But does it look weird if I wait for that moment?
let me tell you right now, I'm not just going to answer these questions one by one. I'm diving way deeper. I'm even going to share some of my own personal experiences, how I really got her attention, the stupid mistakes I made in the past, and what I learned that changed the game for me. You definitely don't want to miss this. So hit that subscribe button, because if you don't, you'll regret it later. We're going from the absolute basics to advanced techniques, stuff most guys never figure out. This is the kind of insight that takes you from just another guy in the room to the one she can't stop thinking about. So, make sure you're locked in. Alright, let's get back to the video. Now, here's where the real magic of the Rizz game kicks in. You've already got the basics down. You can tell which women are into you. You know how to choose the right one, and you understand the power of timing. But now, it's time for the game changer. What do you actually say when you approach her? Whether she's in a group or standing alone, this is where you take control. I'm talking about the exact lines and moves that make her lean in, intrigued, wanting more. So whatever it takes, get ready. We're about to unlock the secrets to approaching her like a fucking man. Sword number 3, the Rizz strategy. Before going to approach her, you should check yourself, and the basic thing like you are well dressed, proper hairstyles, smell nice, all basic, which you learn when you were in the school or your teacher teaches you the basic personality basics. Now, picture this, you're at a bar. The music's low, and you've just locked eyes with a girl across the room. You're walking over, but this time, you're not going in with some corny, played-out pickup line. No, this time, you've got a winning opener, something unique and confident that grabs her attention instantly. It's not about memorizing lines. It's about creating a moment that feels personal and real. Now, imagine you've got two options. You could either go for a personalized approach, where you notice something about her, maybe it's her style, or the way she's holding her drink, and you craft a comment around that. making her feel like you're seeing her, not just any random girl. Or maybe you rely on a universal strategy, something smooth, proven, but still you. It's knowing when to personalize and when to fall back on those tried and true lines that keeps her hooked from the first word.
But what if she doesn't respond the way you want?
Rejection, yeah, it happens. But here's the twist. Instead of fearing it, imagine shifting your mindset. You're not here to win her over. You're here to enjoy the game. You stay confident. You brush it off like it's nothing. And guess what? That energy alone makes you stand out. Now, you're that guy, the one who's fearless, magnetic, and doesn't crack under pressure. That's what draws her in, makes her curious, and keeps you on her mind. The chance of rejection decreases by 80% if you know sword number 4. Keep her hooked. Alright, listen up, because this is where you either win or lose her. Building anticipation. You had a good conversation. Good. But don't blow it by being like every other guy who gives it all away at once. You need to leave her wanting more. You walk away with her thinking about you, wondering when she'll hear from you again. You don't just spill your whole personality out in one shot. You give her a taste, just enough to make her curious, to make her want to know more. You're in control here. Now, here's where most guys mess up following up strategically. They either come in too fast, blowing up her phone, or they wait too long and lose all the heat. Don't be that guy. You need to time this right. When you text her, it better not be some lame, "Hey, what's up?" You need to reference something from your conversation, something specific that sparks a memory or makes her laugh. You're keeping her engaged, reminding her why she was into you, and you text her when the time is right, not when you're feeling anxious. And here's the part that separates the boys from the men: creating a connection. Yeah, physical attraction might get you through the door, but if you want to keep her interested, you need to go deeper. This isn't about just being funny or confident, it's about showing her that you can connect. You actually listen to her. You respond with something real, something that shows you get her. That's what makes you stand out from all the other guys who are just trying to impress her. You're not just trying to be another guy she talks to, you're the one she actually wants to hear from again. Now, I know a lot of you are probably asking, is this method ethical, or could it be seen as manipulation? Don't worry, we're tackling that head on, so stick around. On this sword number 5, manipulation or attraction. Let's cut the nonsense and talk straight. There's a huge difference between ethical attraction and manipulation, and I've seen guys fall on the wrong side of that line too many times, including myself. Back in the day, I tried the fake confidence, the cheesy lines, all the manipulative tactics people preach online, and let me tell you, it backfired. Women see through that garbage quicker than you think. I learned the hard way that real attraction comes from being authentic, not putting on some fake mask. When you're real, you're unforgettable. Anything else, you're just another guy in the crowd. Now let's talk about understanding female psychology. This isn't about tricking anyone or using some cheap mind hack. It's about knowing what women naturally respond to: confidence, humor, being present. And I'm not saying I was always great at this. Hell, I used to think it was all about acting cocky. Wrong move. Women aren't dumb. They sense when you're trying too hard or putting on act. When you understand why they're drawn to certain behaviors, you approach differently. And the best part? You use that knowledge to respect them, not manipulate. That's how you build real connections. And now, here's the part that'll make or break you: mastering subtle influence. You want her to choose you, to want to be around you. This isn't about being controlling or pushy. And yeah, I've been there too, thinking if I wasn't leading the conversation, I'd lose control. That was all wrong. Real influence comes from creating an energy where she feels drawn to you without even realizing why. It's in the way you carry yourself, the confidence in your voice, the way you make her feel like she's the only one in the room. You're not forcing anything. She wants to be with you because you're the guy who knows how to make her feel good, excited, and comfortable all at the same time. That's where the real power lies. If you're still here, then you're already starting to understand the real meaning of Rizz. But trust me, we're just scratching the surface. There's so much more to this game that I'm about to drop in part 2, and you do not want to miss it. This next level is where everything comes together, where you learn how to turn attraction into something unbreakable. So hit that subscribe button right now, because if you don't, you'll be kicking yourself when everyone else is leveling up and you're left behind. Part 2 drops in 2 weeks. Stay ready. And always, remember, whether you're aiming for long-term attraction or just leveling up your game in any social setting, this formula is designed to work everywhere. And no, you don't need any special skills or traits to pull this off. Sounds good, right?